22% of children in America are living in poverty. That includes 26% of the children in Tennessee. Studies have proven that lower-income students are 4 times more likely to drop out of high school than students of a higher income. In the heart of metropolitan Nashville, steps are being taken to improve those numbers. Staff members at the Bethlehem Center know that in order for anything to change, they must start at the beginning. Exactly who are the students at Bethlehem Center?
Children that are eager to learn, children that may not have been exposed to earlier education in child care.
Their education is basically on par with the Metro Public School. However, as I stated, we do a program called Read to Succeed, which is funded through United Way, and United Way provides a specific curriculum for that classroom.
We have to have, I think, 35% to stay in the United Way program. We have like 85% of our children receive state funding, so we are well over that. We are a group of 13 centers, I think it is this year, who receive that funding. And what United Way does is they give us an amount of money just to subsidize our budget, and then money also to train our teachers, to provide materials and new classroom play sets and things like that.
At the center, teaching is of the utmost importance.
The main role of the teacher is first to love and care for the children, to make sure that their basic needs are met, love, making sure they have a well-balanced meal. And then on top of that, I believe our role as a teacher is to educate them, to provide opportunities that they may not have had before, experiences that they've never had before.
Basically what I do here is I manage the curriculum, so I make sure teachers are doing what they need to do in their classroom as it pertains to the curriculum. I work with the children, I work closely with the teachers.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter age or race or any of those things, but what matters is being an effective teacher. So this place pushes me to be more creative and come up with more ways to be effective and make sure that learning is happening in my classroom.
Of course, it's preschool, so not elementary school. It's much more nurturing, also much more one-on-one or labor-intensive with the children, whereas a metro classroom, you're going to have one teacher to 20 children. Here we have 3 teachers in some case to about 16 children is our goal.
The biggest difference between a metro classroom, as you get a little, especially with that pre-K kindergarten, they might not have as many like centers as we have certain stations. It's more work-related, kind of the activities. You know how I work on the theme, I work on the letter. It'll be kind of more consistent academic things, not as much free time.
As opposed to a Metro Public School pre-K classroom out in the world, our students probably get a lot more enrichment, a more focused curriculum than others that are just out there.
What my job really is to influence my teachers and to help my teachers then relay that to the parents and to the children and to provide that nurturing environment and safety and stability and all those things we need to establish for these children who live in chaos.
At this level, we provide the foundation to create the positive citizens that we have in the future. Lots of times you have children that come from all different walks of life, and sometimes when they do come here to the center, the role models that they see, the teachers that they have, are sometimes their only source of consistency. You serve as a role model, you serve sometimes even as an additional source of a parent. So it's very, very important because you're not only teaching, but you're actually shaping a life on a physical, social, and emotional level.
However, teaching isn't exactly a walk in the park.
On your bottom, crisscross applesauce, quietly. Do not talk. On your bottom. Thank you.
For me at Bethlehem Centers, then we also have children who do live in poverty, which makes a high stress for families, and because of that stress, that's a challenge for us.
Discipline is just, the key issue as I'm experiencing now during this interview. It's just a prevalent issue, the constant positive reinforcement, the constant redirecting. probably is a lot different from how I taught in my previous private school in Bellevue.
You're going to be a lot tighter on behaviors. You're going to expect more. You're going to expect that yes ma'am, no ma'am, please and thank you. Those very just manners. Whereas for these children, because of their poverty situation, they're not getting the sleep they need, the nutrition they need. Some of those things you just have to overlook.
Getting parents to get involved, do the homework with the children, that when it goes home, to sit down and spend that quality time with them, as opposed to many of the families where they go home and may sit in front of a TV, or the hustle and bustle of, we got to get home, we got to have dinner, get a bath, get ready for the next day, and many of the children may not get to have that time to sit down and do the homework with the parents and have a one-on-one time.
I think the stereotype is because they're in poverty, this is the only place you'll see it. I think you'll see it everywhere because busy parents and stressed out parents are all over the place in all demographics levels. So I think it's not so much how we do it different, it's how we do it here, but you're going to find these same things other places because the stress of parents is universal.
Stereotypes exist not only about the low-income demographic as a whole, but about the children in particular.
Probably that they're not smart, that they're all poor, and even though we do serve a low socioeconomic population overall, not all of our children come from that type of background. That they're misbehaved, that they have a poor home life, that they may not necessarily have both parents in the home. And, stereotypes, with stereotypes, sometimes they are true, and sometimes they're not. And so we just have to be mindful not to just put those labels on all of the kids. So.
With all of these ideas deeply ingrained into society, how can we overcome our snap judgments and move past our misconceptions?
I think it comes from actually getting in situations like this with things like you guys are doing with volunteering and actually coming into the community and seeing for yourself and actually having that one-on-one hands-on interaction to realize, oh wow, this child's really no different than my niece or my nephew at home or my son at home.
And because we are a family resource center, we can provide some additional resources to just childcare. We have our shopping bag secondhand clothing store that we direct parents to, and we do a good job, or the shopping bag manager does a great job kind of creating deals and bargains for them. A dollar sale that might have been on Saturday will happen again on Wednesday for a Bethlehem Center's childcare family.
The lesson to take away from this experience is we're all humans living in the same world and deserving of the same opportunities. For more information on volunteering at Bethlehem Center or on donating to the shopping bag, visit www.bethlehemcenters.org.